Hi, Chicago. And shout out to everybody out there in the TV land. My name is Ms. Stanberry, International Pro-Life Federation, and I'm here with Larry Fonet, and he's the Sergeant Major
Yes.
of the Buffalo Soldiers, and Tommy PENSON, who is the Executive Director of the Buffalo Soldiers Indiana and Chicago chapters, and also founder of Stagecoach Productions. I'm here with everybody I'm going to be here with tonight. They're here with me with the new theme topic, Black History 365. That's going to be an ongoing show every month. We're going to say something about Black history in the city of Chicago. Now, Larry Fonet wrote a very, very nice poem here about the red, black, and green. The Honorable Marcus Garvey proclaimed the red, black, and green legal August 13, 1920, in Madison Square Garden. It took 4 weeks of debate, and it's been legal. So now it's just sitting there. So nobody want to raise it. I told Trump, I have to raise the flag. It's legal. You raise the flag in the White House. You understand that? We got to raise the flag. Every nationality got a flag raised. You go to the parade of flags on Michigan Avenue, the Jamaicans got their flag, the Nigerians got their flag. Every nationality over here in this country got their flag lined up there. So now we can't keep sitting here saying, okay, Black History Month, and then we don't even acknowledge the flag. See, I got on Dorothy Tillman's show, and I said, Dorothy Tillman, you know, we got to start talking about the flag. She said, not so. I said, it's very important because we are the ones that built this country. We are the ones that built the country here. We the ones that built Wall Street, New York, Cotton. Now, and we the smartest though. That's the point. Do you know African Americans are smart people? I mean, I spoke Calabar, you know, and so Calabar I found out was the capital of Nigeria before Lagos. And do you know all the black inventors are black people?
Oh, yeah.
So you can't say, talking to, I'm on the WBON Charles Thomas and Mace Jackson show, which is hosted by, well, you know, your commentator is a white man. So now I'm on there because Charles Thomas said, oh, we should talk about more than Martin Luther King sometime. We just can't say, okay, here comes Black History Month, we're going to throw them out, Martin Luther King, keep on going. And so I said, well, he got a point. He got a point. I said, somebody acknowledge my sons. One is a rapper in New York doing good with the black car, and one is the principal at Yale Academy, Suitors Academy. He's the principal at Yale Elementary. And at Suitors Academy, is a 501c3 that everybody is looking at in the school system. He was in Block 37 last summer, where you're teaching your boys how to design and sell your stuff, and that's what they need. He had to pull a Bobby Rush to get that job, you know that? And they over there shooting, and 70 bullets. That's why he's not here. He's supposed to have been here. 70, and I said, you know what? I'd leave that school system and worry about nits and knots. Suitors Academy came from style. And it's doing education, it's doing the same thing that we need kids to learn how to do something. You see, learn how to make their clothes and sell and market. That's what That's what we need. So, but you know what? This poem, I want you to read it, Mr. Larry Fonet.
All right, this poem is red, black, and green. Red represent the blood that we shed, both by the living and by the dead. Red represent our will and our desire as our forefathers stood hugged together as they sang around the fire. And red represent the love in our heart, for love keep us together and won't let anyone pull us apart.
Amen.
Black represent the color of our skin and the unity that we share with all of our kin. Black represent the fire and the smoke as we burn deep down inside with passion and hope. And black represent the progress that we made since the 400 years that we were brought here as slaves. Green represent the money that we never got for working this land, whether it be cold or it be it hot. Green represent our kids as we watch them grow as we teach them the history that they need to know. And green represent the riches that we will receive if we keep praying up to God and always believe.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Can I get a copy of that?
You most certainly can.
That poem almost made me cry. You know that? Especially when you said a black part about hope. And to see, you know, when you witness black men being killed, I stay on Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, e-commerce, you know. See, I smoke Cheyenne menthol 100s. If anybody asks me for a cigarette, I'm gonna say, here's $1. Give me $1. I'm gonna promote that foundation because see, pretty soon, for a man to be standing out in front of a store and cops kill him, it stays in my head. His daughter done died having a heart attack. You know, the tragedy of black men continuously being murdered here. My brother is still in the penitentiary, honor Marine, 2 degree. Yes, no rape, charge. He's always been real smart now. He was so smart, the priest, he turned into an imam in Michigan City. And I went to the Ramadan, I was so glad because the reporters came all through there and they was talking about this man and everything. And I'm sitting there and my brothers, I call him Skip. When he raised up, I said, what is that? Is that great out here? And he's the kind of person that know how to speak the language. I mean, he ain't no Farrakhan type imam now. He's type that speaks the Arabian language, and he's in industrial management. I said, but you know what? That's why you here too. You down here working for the industrial management means you're gonna take care of the companies, right? So you can't walk around on the penitentiary looking like a dignitary, you know? Because the girl said, yes, no, rape in the building that he lived in, trying to rape him, and all the white girls said no. And so then they moved him to Newcastle. That's another devastating thing. He said, well, they're all white out here. I said, well, what are you doing? I'm teaching. If they're all white out there and everybody's so worried about that, and you know what the priest say? I said, well, I want to tell you something. I want to come out there and see, because why your thing says you at your own risk if you come out to Newcastle Penitentiary? You at your risk. I said, what does that mean? He said, well, it means you're at your risk. I said, well, okay, what is my brother doing out there teaching? I mean, how's he, y'all prejudiced and he teaching them? He's on another whole caliber of style. Been in jail. You know what? Now, Nelson Mandela was in there 23 years. Guess what? My brother been there 23 years. Oh, yes, no, rape. I get started, and I said, no, I'm so sick of ladies with that. Okay, I'm gonna get started, and I'm saying, no, don't touch me. I hate that type of ladies, and these ladies are doing that stuff is nasty. They don't represent nothing but scum, you know? And they're getting the whole thing. It's like Tabitha Smiley, you know? I knew he ain't did nothing. I said, because my brother ain't did nothing. Because all our life, girls was jumping and running after him all the time. As a matter of fact, they jumping and running at him even in the penitentiary. Some of them got to marry him. I'm just tired. I got sons, you know what I'm saying? Samuel, talk
yes,
about the
ma'am. How
Buffalo
you doing,
Soldier.
Ms. Stansberry, by the way? Thank you for having us on the show.
I want you here to talk about Buffalo Soldiers and Stagecoach production.
Yes, ma'am. Well, our Buffalo Soldiers has been continuing to thrive. We have an elected president by the name of Sean Fox Thompson.
What was his name?
Sean Fox Thompson.
It started, but he founded it.
No, he didn't find it. We lost our good Stony Burke.
Oh, yeah, I miss Stony. You know, I know Stony Burke.
So in the honor of keeping our legacy going as the Buffalo Soldiers and Fox being a good mentor and a good leader, and bringing on new folks was inevitable to keep the history alive in the honor of Stony Burke. We got a present coming up May 25th, Memorial Day Parade on 79th Street.
Park.
No, 79th Street.
Where is Inglewood?
Inglewood.
So that'll be
Well, actually, it's Gresham, Auburn Gresham.
Where?
the Gresham area.
Over there by Cottage Road?
No.
Loomis,
Loomis.
Ada, David Moore's alderman,
So y'all having
Yep.
y'all gonna be over there what day?
on May 25th.
Really? Mm-hmm. You know, I've always been, I've always admired the fact that we had the Buffalo Soldiers, and you know, that's something that's American history. You know, it's American history that needs to be told every day. I want a Buffalo Soldier jacket.
Okay.
They say, oh, you know what? Julia White always say, you can't be no Buffalo Soldier. How come I can't be a Buffalo Soldier? Why can't I be a Buffalo Soldier? I'm like Kathy, she was 5'9".
So we continue on that legacy, and we still perform the Memorial Day Parade downtown Chicago. That's Saturday. We've been locked in there. You know, my team has been locked in there for about 20 years now, with the rest of the veterans. The big celebration down there. So
I contribute to the Paralyzed Veterans of America. They have I contribute monthly to the Paralyzed Veterans of America. They started that 2 months ago, so I just signed on, you know. And, you know, today I witnessed on Democracy Now! A young lady coming out and popped, she hit the veteran. I said, now, this is Black History Month, so you want to show me a white, I'm going to say that skin tone, mine brown, hers whatever, whoever she was. I'm going to just come out and hit this veteran. He was a soldier now in the Army, and he acted like that because she would have hit a cop, she would have been dead, you know. But to me, for you to hit a soldier is nasty. For you to say, well, I'm going to just come out and hit you in the head. You know, now, you're going to bring this white lady out here, and I'm black. You know, and I know you would knock me out on the street. I see y'all knocking little black girls out just having a conversation, you know. So you don't even handcuff her and walk her away real nice. And I'm asking, what are you going to do with that girl that hit that veteran? Somebody fighting in the war, in wrong wars by our uneducated, unintelligent presidents who I don't admire no president that don't go to war with the troops in the first place. But all of us sit back in office and urge and everything, and they be on your, Bill Clinton was all in my TV, you know, analyzing what my vagina looked like. So, you know, I don't respect a black American president. And then I had to deal with his crazy wife, and they took me and put my son in DCFS because I'm going against abortion. I'm a detention teacher on Hamilton, where boys and stuff would kill you. 222, I was a detention teacher. So I know half of the school teachers are scared of boys in the first place, and them boys got in order with me, not because I was bossy, because I was at risk. But you know, you had to deal with them, and then they started trying to learn how to do something. And I know it was the strangest thing when I had to leave. They said, "Oh, she's doing good with those boys here. We got to move her real quick." See, when you go to doing good with them, they want to move you. And all of a sudden, you see all these rough boys standing out there. They move Miss Danbury. They look so sad. So I know for a fact that a lot of these kids who are bad don't nobody care about them half the time, you know. And so when you try to encourage them to get educated and sit down, I know Daniel Rodriguez was 15 years old, and they was fighting so bad. Me and the Mexican woman had to stand in the corner and just pray like this, because they're big, you know. We had to fight in because they lock you in there with them. And then, when they finally got through fighting, he said, "No," and he was getting his breath, and he says, "Why so sudden? Why so soon? If the world ends, I end too." I said, "You just said a word, spoken word, you know what I'm saying? 15 years old. Boys who been shot and killed and everything else. And then I'm being saved and going Uptown Baptist Church calling the White House against abortion. And Hillary is saying, oh, she's crazy. She want to stop abortion. You know what I'm saying? I want to stop it. The CIA came to my house so many times, I had to direct them to how to get in. Because they and then all of them know it. See, Obama knew him. Obama knew about it. He kept trying to say, well, I'll help you, Ernestine. And Trump knew about it. And Trump's campaign knew about it. And they know that I want $2 billion for my son and $1 billion for me because of Hillary Clinton. So it put him into a foster home for no reason. And the mama being, like, I was considered crazy for wanting to end abortion. I was considered very crazy. That's why I'm so mad now that this show didn't go through with I talked to the president of this company because, see, my Crutches show should have went through and we should end abortion because they're doing it on Sundays. And then you got the nerve to be putting the baby body parts into the automobile tires to make stronger cars. I've been putting Mark Crutch's show through for 2 years. And what happened is, no, well, see, he's saying something about books. I said, he's been saying something about books 2 years. And then now CAN-TV, you're selling beer on television. You're bringing in people on from Hollywood. I've been in Hollywood and did a Jesus movie. Okay, so I don't even like making movies. I like speaking out. So Hollywood coming through here, oh, you got this big building, so we're going to send in everything, and they let all of it go through, and they didn't let that go through. I reported it, and I'm so glad to have met the president. The one is the man, Mr. McVeigh, that I talked to, Jimmy McVeigh. Mm-hmm. He says he's putting a stop to a lot of things. Because, see, people see the new building. Black producers brought it here, you know, and then you done made it look all technical. But we ain't got we got to run in and run out real quick, you know. And so this is why you here. So you ain't made nothing convenient for black people. Me and Royce Glamour know it. He said, that's why I appreciate you doing my shows and supporting me, because they don't have nothing here for no children. So we're gonna do outside. I'm gonna do a lot of outside and support and keep black children on the television, because on Saturdays, black children were on the TV. And you wasn't doing stuff like showing houses for animals and animals on this CAN-TV. You're showing animals at the VA office and stuff you ain't supposed to do. You're promoting beer. And I want to get that out there. That's why I want to get truth out. See, it's about truth. That's why Black 365, it's going to be about something, black history, 365 days a year. That poem almost made me cry. You know what I'm saying? And then Stagecoach Production, I'll be glad when you get that started. Do you know that that's something that really is what we need for children?
I guess really? That's that time to shine now. So,
we're going to keep on doing this. We're going to keep on doing it. I mean, we're going to keep on coming on.
Okay.
Larry Poney, you can keep on coming on with your poetry, for real. That poetry is something else.
I got about 300.
Tommy O.
I got 300 poems.
Really? But I want you to come on and be with me on that, yeah?
Okay.
I think maybe we're singing network, you know, and then they have 2 to 5 here. That's so nice.
I want you to read some of them.
And you know what? Let me shake your hand. You know.
Okay.
Tommy O.
Miss Stansberry. Okay. It's glad to be here again. Yep.
Black History 365. Let's get it started. Get the party started.
You're on the screen. Go ahead.
Oh, am I on? Oh. Hello, how you doing? Another evening, another session here at CAN-TV with Miss Stansberry, promoting the Buffalo Soldiers, Illinois, Indiana chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, at this particular time, my protege, Sergeant Major Larry Fournet, is here on stage with me. He's our historian. Our forefront on working with the kids as mentors is the educational proportion that we do. We like to train the kids to ride, to learn the horse, to learn the history of our Afro-American soldiers from past to present. The things that we do for the kids, besides the education proportion, is the fact that if they have not been around horses, we get them acclimated, we tell them what they can do and can't do. With the fundamentals of the horse etiquette, the horse knowledge, we like to take them and train them to be our junior soldiers, educate them on the proper way to handle themselves as far as clothing, as far as speaking to different adults, how to speak. This is what the Buffalo Soldiers legacy will continue on to be. My protege, Larry Fournet here, being our historian, I turn over a little bit of this side to him and his knowledge on how we show ourselves in public. Larry?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you, Ms. Andres. Thank you, Can TV, for having us. I want to tell you a little bit, just expound a little bit about what Tommy O was saying. We are a youth empowerment organization. When we say empowerment, we want to empower the youth to understand that they are the future. They are the one who has to take this country into the next century.
Really?
But they cannot do it if they don't know the history. A kid without history is like a tree without roots. He will never grow because he has no roots. So we are here to teach you the history. We want to teach you the history not only of the Buffalo Soldiers, but of Black Americans. There is what they call U.S. or United States history, but there is also what they call Black history. Now, history, they say our history was lost, but history is never lost. History is only hidden. And the only way to find something that is hidden is to search out. So we want you to come to us and search out your history so that you can realize that you come from kings and queens, that you come from scientists, inventors, that you come from...
Like Henry T. Sampson, inventor of the cell phone.
There's so many different inventions.
The cell phone very serious, you know?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
want it on the red, black, and green flag.
Well, we have over 100 something. Actually, there's over 1,000 inventions.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Isn't that something how all of them still were African Americans?
Yeah, but people
Send
don't
them to
realize.
slaves.
Most of your domestic utensils were invented by Black folks.
Yeah.
Most of your domestic utensils.
IT showed it.
Yeah.
They laid it all out, even on down to the cow, Elijah McCoy. They showed it. I was there.
Yeah. We built this country.
Yeah, and we built Wall Street too,
Yeah.
with cotton.
Yes.
Okay, so now you got so much concentration on hating Black people. What I can't understand is this here incarceration of Black men. And I can't get over Eric Gardner's death. You know?
Well, that's
See, I can't, some things I can't get over though.
that's free labor. See,
Huh?
that's another form of slavery.
But they built a statue though. You see they built a statue with him and Black, and it was a statue built showing the heavy weight that he took. They built a Black statue of him down straight, showing the heavy weight that he was under. Like, you knew he was wrong, then you built a statue of a man that wasn't doing nothing but standing outside selling cigarettes. Well, you know what? We're gonna all be selling cigarettes, singles. I know I will. Somebody asked me for a cigarette, I'm saying $1, even though he cost me $3. Because how are you gonna kill a person for selling cigarettes?
Well, they kill us for
Well,
less than
some
that.
stores sell single cigarettes though here in Chicago. And that was in New York. So because it was in New York, people do it in Chicago. Ain't nobody getting killed selling those cigarettes. Every time they show that, it's like I'm dying again. I can't breathe. Emmett Till. And the point about it, I end up right. on 69th and Prairie. And so when I walk up to the corner, I'm on 71st and Emmett Hills Road Street. That's something. So, much to be said, but you know what? It's much to be done and much to be proud of. And the point is, demand reparations, defined it, and defend it. Because Obama the one said no 3 times. It was on the issue when Bush was there. Obama said no to reparations 3 times. To me, the greatest tragedy is to have a black president in for 2 terms and said no to reparations 3 times. He tried to get me to join his organization too. I said I'm pro-life. I tell all politicians I'm pro-life. I don't know, if you want to keep cutting babies, you're not going to get my vote, period.
You mind if I say one more poem?
Go ahead.
This one is called Let's Not Forget.
That music means we're almost ending.
Okay.
Oh, we're almost ending?
Is it, how
Okay.
long is it?
It's a short poem.
And say it loud.
Okay.
too.
Let's
Loud.
not forget from where we have came, how we were stolen from our home and brought here in chains.
Hey, for real, this is not my home.
Let's not forget the blood that was paid, how many of our people died without any graves. Let's not forget that they were brought here as slaves, how they worked this land and never got paid. Let's not forget
I
how
can't
things
forget it.
used to be, how many were killed because they wanted to be free. Let's not forget what courage it must have took just for a black man to try and learn how to read from a book. And let's not forget how they died in the wars, how they fought for this country, but what was it for? And let's not forget how others raised a fuss because a black lady didn't want to give up her seat on a bus. Let's not forget a man named Dr. Martin Luther King. All he wanted to do was to live out a dream. Let's not forget how they must have been hurt, how they were looked down upon and treated like dirt. Let's not forget the awful end sound, how they had to say yes'm and no's'm and had to hold their head down to the ground. Let's always remember to hold our heads up, for this is our destiny, not just some dumb luck. And let's not forget from where we had came. Be proud of your family, be proud of your name.
And let's not forget Trayvon Martin.
Let's not
Trayvon
forget
Martin, civil rights law. This position has been signed even by people who are immigrants. They've signed it, and I'm gonna send it in. The walk started February the 1st. Let's not forget Michael Brown. Let's not forget Josiah Shaw. Let's not forget Eric Gardner. Shout out to Chicago. Let's not forget Eric Gardner, please.
All right.
I can't breathe, because I can't. Just thinking of Eric Gardner though, and seeing that.
Okay.
Let's not forget Chicago cops, $15 an hour. You riding right. Anybody want to be a cop, $15 an hour? Because you just riding around with gas and you're not protecting and preserving. So I think all cops should be made $15 an hour on 95th and Cottage Road. I want to introduce Mr. Gregory Bratton. He is the founder of, well, it used to be iGrow, so many different things now that you go ahead and say what it is.
Okay.
It used to be iGrow, really.
I'm Gregory Bratton. I'm the executive director of Chicago Intergenerational Growing Projects, and I'd like to introduce one of our sister in gardens and partners, Ms. Gloria Washington, who's the director of the At the Well Community Garden. And we grow for the communities and teach people how to be sustainable. Chicago has about 84 different gardens. We partner with over 100 different people with different gardens. We have a network of backyard gardens, 360 people. We teach people how to grow gardens and raise backyard chickens. Your turn.
My name is Gloria Washington, and I'm the founder of At the Well Community Garden. Our garden is set up on 79th and Escanaba, and it has brought the neighborhood together. We've gotten a lot of the young men off the corners, and we also have members who are only 2 and 3 years old. We've had the community to come out and help clean up our property. We've had the young men who never did anything but create violence and deal with drugs in our neighborhood, who have now changed from drugs to picks and shovels and wheelbarrows. And we're looking forward for bigger and better growth in our garden this year. We've got different activities that will be going on, such as arts and craft. We have activities for our seniors. It's just a whole total change in our community.
And what's
From
the
guns
address?
to Bible.
And your
Oh, our
contact
address
info.
is 792224 South Escanaba. And we have a website, which is at the well 7922 at Gmail.
My contact information is Gregory Bratton, Intergenerational Growing Projects, 8452 South Escanaba, 773-738-8969. And we welcome all volunteers. Thank you.
And I want to say that Gregory Bratton and the assistant will be back on again. I want to give a shout out to the crew members here, Alan Voss, Godomsky, William Godomsky, and Joe Amos. I want to also give a shout out for our sponsor, Mamadou, the Thompson Center, African Clothing, and applesforme.com. We thank you so much for this time. You know, we're going to keep it going on, you know. And then I want you to also talk about what